Hey, I just want to let you know that I'm not going to buy today. This statement from prospects will literally stop salespeople right there, dead in their tracks. And so in the next SOS Dojo, we're going to practice handling the objection when the statement comes up, I'm not going to buy today. Now, let's give it some context. Oftentimes when somebody says this, it's early on in the conversation, usually on the first visit. So whether you're a retailer with a brick and mortar location or you are doing it by phone and somebody says, I'm not going to buy today, there's a reason why they're saying it. And it's fear. The emotional response coming in could either be a habit or there could literally be a legitimate fear that they're dealing with. And it's our job to practice when we hear this. We need to practice so that we could reduce and remove all fear from the table. Now, there's different contexts to this, and I'm going to give you some scripts in the email. So take a look at the attachments because you'll have some scripts to work with. But ultimately, there's a variety of ways to be able to calm the nerves of your prospect because ultimately we have to build know, like, and trust to get to a point where they feel comfortable enough to make that buying decision. And ultimately, it's on to us to be able to build incredible value so that when we do ask for the sale, the customer is going to say yes because the value proposition is there. So to come back to this, when somebody says, I'm not going to be buying today, if you're a retailer, you can say, well, we're not really sure of that right now. I'm curious, is this your first time visiting our location? Because if they've been in before, well, then let's go get the salesperson that they've dealt with before because they already have some kind of relationship of know, like, and trust. But the odds are they've never been in before. Then the next question I would ask in a retail environment would be, well, how did you hear about us? Because that's the marketing question. Moving on, if I happen to have high ticket items, whether it's high ticket coaching or high ticket products, and somebody says, hey, I just want to let you know I'm not going to be buying today. The other aspect and the other angle that I could use, still using the SOS, which is acknowledge and ask a question, I could say, well, hey, listen, not a problem at all. The truth is most of my clients don't purchase on the first visit or first phone call. So why don't we call this your information gathering session? This way you can get all of the answers that you need and you can make an easy, educated decision. Does that sound fair? Right? So what I'm doing is I'm reducing all fear. I'm taking it all off of their shoulders, right? I'm understanding them and I'm letting them know by asking a question, would you agree that this is going to be your information gathering stage? This way I can jump into my army of one sales template, ask a variety of questions, get to the close, and even if they don't buy after that, where I've built up a ton of value, no sweat, because I could have a two-call close strategy, meaning that I will leave no off the table after their first visit, and I'll say, so what's a good time for us to reconnect? I've got Friday and Saturday open. What's good for you? Are you open, let's say, at 9 a.m. or let's say 1 o'clock on Saturday? Notice that I've left no off the table. I'm giving them options. I'm not just asking one thing where they could say no. I'm saying, hey, what's available? I could say, hey, are you available Thursday or Friday? And make it an open-ended so that I could set up a specific time, pulling out that pen. Now, the other thing that I'm going to do with that two-call close is I'm going to let them know, hey, I'm going to email you a couple of things. One might be an article or a little bit of an exercise to do before the next meeting or call. So I want them to read through the stuff that I'm emailing them before the next call. That's going to help me build credibility. What we call that is putting them in the microwave, right? We're going to keep them warm. And so the other thing that I'm going to do within the email is I am definitely going to link a variety of video testimonials. It's all about social proof and credibility so that when I do get them on the second call and I meet up with them, they're definitely going to be more than ready to buy. So coming back to, I'm not going to buy today. Don't sweat it. Don't let that stop you. Keep the energy high. What we're going to do is we're going to acknowledge and ask a question. And the way that I like to do it, again, is, hey, no problem at all. I totally understand how you're feeling. And I just want to be clear. The truth is most of my clients don't purchase on the first call or first visit. So don't sweat that at all. What I want to know is, are you open to the idea that we're going to call this your fact-finding mission? right? This is going to be your information gathering stage. So let's just make sure that we can answer all the questions that you need and make sure that we're a good fit. And then we'll take it from there. Does that sound fair? All right. So we're going to practice that. Have a look at the scripts that I sent in the attachment to this video and this email, and I'll see you in the next dojo.